Okay, so I've tried a few times to record and I don't record my screen often, clearly. So I'm gonna apologize if you hear any background noise because I do have two kids in the other room. But I wanted to do just a quick little overview of the things that we didn't get to go through on Upwork during the live. I'll take you just briefly through my profile, and then I'm going to show you the basics of getting started and submitting proposals and some things that you need to pay attention to make sure that when you are spending your time submitting the proposals, that it's going to be on the things that are most likely to get responses. So when you are setting up your profile on there, since that's definitely going to be your first step, I'll just kind of take you through. There's going to be different profiles that you have the option to set up. I just do like one general profile for now. You're going to set up a little description of what you do. There is an option to add some, they're calling it popular projects, so people can see some different ways that people work with you, and it'll say something like request a bid or something like that if people are viewing it from the client side. This is going to be blank for you in the beginning. It just says work history and feedback. So this is the place where people are going to leave you reviews, and it's cool. That's why I always call it like the Yelp of freelancers, because it's all people that have had to spend money on the site and hire you. So it creates social proof, which can really benefit you as you just continue to work with people. If you have visual elements, this is a portfolio section. I have gotten a little creative about what I'm sharing. Skills, certifications. I need to add something there. I think that might be new. Your background, education, anything else. So that's just a quick snapshot of the profile. There are also settings that you can put there just around like your availability and things like that. So I'm going to take you over to the search history, or I mean the search area where you're going to find work. Okay, so first thing I want to point out, because it is good to sometimes just do things in bulk. If you heart something, then you can go back to it in jobs. It's going to be in your, oh, my thing part. Oh no. Pardon me here for a second. Okay. So if you heart your jobs, you're going to be able to find it in Save Jobs. Here we go. So that you'll see the one that I just put a heart on showing right here, and then you can unheart it if you don't want to. But basically, like if you're on your phone, there is a Upwork app that you can use. It's easier sometimes if you can just like heart things quickly and then go back and send through proposals, and just batching things like that. It's going to make it way easier and save you a bunch of time. So the first thing is, people ask a lot, is how often do I want to check? The quicker that you're able to respond to somebody's job posting, and see right here how it says posted 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, responding within the first day is going to really increase the likelihood that someone's going to respond back to you, invite you to interview for the job, or sometimes they'll just kind of talk to you through the built-in messenger and they'll hire you. So you do want to pay attention to that. So if you can, check daily for new jobs being posted so that you can respond really quickly. Depending on your time frame, maybe it's every other day, or find a buddy that also is on Upwork and send things to them. They'll send things to you, so that if you're not checking that day, that you can still have a friend or partner that's checking for you and being like, hey, I found a cool thing on Upwork that's a really good fit for you. So that's number one. The next thing is how to search and how to use search terms. So we're going to use dance on here, for instance, because that just happens to be something I was working on with my sister yesterday, who has a background as a dance teacher, and we were just looking on, yeah, there's so many ways for you to do this. So dance. So we're going to uncheck this right here. This says US only. So I recommend I always untoggle that to off, and you'll see a variety of things that are coming up. So you'll see things sometimes pop up that you might not have even thought of. So this one, their budget's low, which we'll talk about budget and what level they're looking at, but it talks about how basically they're looking for someone that understands dance, that can write blogs, and you're just going to scroll through and find different things. Classroom for dance studio. So you're going to find lots of things that are related to that. Sometimes it's like that type of business that's hiring somebody, dance instructor or coach looking for somebody to teach through video. So what you would do is use a variety of terms, and you're going to want to use quotations if it's a term so that both words are there. But if you're a dance instructor, for instance, you would use terms like hip hop, ballet, basically whatever people might be looking for, and you'll scroll through and you'll find all the things that interest you. For dance, I think I used different search terms and examples of it on there. Something like spiritual, right? If I search things like this sometimes. Astrology. I'm just kind of like giving you guys an example of terms that you might use, but the whole point I'm trying to make is people are going to post things in a variety of different ways, and whatever you call yourself, they might not be looking at it specifically in that term. I wanted to search something more niche and spiritual because I do want you guys to see, since I have mostly spiritually minded business owners within my network and client base, I'm searching something spiritual so you can see, like, yes, Upwork is for that too. So, for example, business coach or business coaching would be a variety of different terms that we would search from. Sometimes I search terms like accountability, or someone's going to put something like someone to help me reach my business goals. They're not searching for it in terms of business coach. So make sure that you're looking for a variety of different terms so that you're seeing the most number of applicable jobs for you. Things that you want to pay attention to, we did talk about the day. Sometimes it'll say renewed if sometimes people pay to have like a featured thing, or they'll repost something and you'll see if it's renewed. That means, they're still looking for someone. They haven't found anybody as of yet. But make sure that if it's been a long time, that you're only paying attention to it if there's a few things. I'm going to go to an older job. Let me search something a little more obscure. I don't know. Let's go to spiritual. I'm trying to search something maybe more specific so we could find an older job like this. Okay. Really no. Child of heaven. Not very specific here what this person is looking for, but a good example, since it was posted 28 days ago and they haven't viewed it in 27 days. So I would not recommend, if this was something that interested you, submitting a proposal if they haven't viewed it in 27 days. They never interviewed anyone. You want to look at things like this so that you can make sure that you're not wasting your time sending a lot of proposals that are never going to be looked at. Because trust me, I've done that, and I kind of learned the hard way by yeah, by not paying attention to that kind of thing. Um, so I'm looking at my list of what else I want to show you. Looking at the date, we looked at that. Okay, looking at the budget and experience level. Um, let's go back to this astrology one. Okay. So I just want to point out that you'll see the experience level located right here. So it'll say expert, intermediate, or entry level. And it's going to give you an idea of what their budget's going to be. And these are all hourly. And so you would have your hourly fee set. You can actually, like if I click this one, you actually get to put in what your hourly bid would be. You have to have a paid membership if you want to see the bid range, but I honestly haven't. So if we're going to submit, you would go like this. What I was going to say about the paid subscription, I have that on my agency account right now where I can see the bid range, and I have other freelancers that are sort of umbrellaed under me. But I've always had just a regular free profile, and so you definitely don't need to get that to get work on here. So my profile rate is 175, but I can change it to something else if I want to. This is a 10% Upwork service fee, so this allows you to bid on the project for the hourly rate based on what the fee is. So I would keep that in mind. And what else did I want to show you on this? Yeah, so there are going to be fixed price ones. And so do look at their estimated budget. If I wouldn't propose, like if their estimated budget is 30 to bid on something and have it be 300. So you definitely want to keep it around the amount that they're looking for. And if it is something, if you have a higher priced offering and maybe someone's looking for something entry level, you actually could also, if you have a virtual course or a group, you could also ping them through Upwork and have them actually buy something like that through you on Upwork as well. You will notice there's connects that are required. So see how this says 4 connects right here. Connects are 15 cents each, so it's very, very nominal for how much it costs. It's always going to be less than a dollar US to send a proposal. There used to be free connects that were kind of like granted to you each month, and then they changed it where you buy a package of them. So I typically will spend $12, I don't know, like whenever I run out of them once a month, and it's it's really as easy as that. It's less than $1 to submit a proposal, and it creates fewer people that are sending a proposal on each job, since some people are weeded out, people that aren't taking it that seriously, or people that are just sending tons of proposals. So it turns out that the person that's hiring gets fewer but more focused people that are applying for it, and you have less people as well that are submitting on each job. So that is a big plus of this system. What else might you guys want to know? They do have certain payment protections and things like that that are just a part of the site. You'll also find that they might notice or kind of like you might get flagged if you're never having anyone hire you through Upwork, because sometimes people think, oh, I'm just going to meet people through Upwork and then, talk to them and have them pay me outside of Upwork. You can do that, but you're going to really miss out on, I think, kind of the bigger picture of what Upwork is about. And that is building up credibility for yourself and building up your ratings and your reviews on there, because you'll see right here, invitations to interview. People will actually send me invitations to interview based on seeing my profile, seeing the reviews and the business that I've done on there. And that's just 2 from today. I had a chemistry call that was booked today as well. So there's benefit to keeping things on Upwork. So I wanted to mention that as well. But I'll leave it at that. I hope that you guys found this helpful and that it answered your questions just in terms of getting started. Um, and I am just looking for how to turn this off right now. Here we go. All right. Well, thanks, guys.